Why? Why? You're just a pain in the ass. Good morning everybody, welcome back to Kiwi Farmer. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Alistair Bird. We farm sheep and beef here, New Zealand. Just so flat and hill country, and so thanks for joining along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, help us out a lot, help YouTube recommend our videos and whatnot. So yeah, today, a bit of a different video today. We're bits and pieces, so got some stock work to do later on, but we've got a meeting at 10 o'clock with the Rural Support Trust about potential fundraiser coming up. So at the moment we're just gonna do some more work re-fencing around the skid site. So this is where we were logging. We've taken all the logs away, taken all the firewood away and everything. So yeah, now it's time to try and resurrect it and put it all back. Ooh, hold that thought. Here Trevor. Right, I don't know where I was at. Anyway, I got an hour before this meeting. So what I'm just doing here, this is where the logging trucks are coming in and out. So we pulled strainer post and a whole bunch of other posts out. So just figuring out where the strainer post needs to go. And we'll track the warming up down there. We'll bash post and get this started to get sorted. So I think that's our line through there somewhere. Yeah. Yep, make the middle of our strainer post on that mark. Yeah, here we go. This is pink. This is pink, yeah. I got the colour wrong in one of the last videos. So I'm not colour blind. Hey Alfie. Cool, so now we've got a strainer in. Yeah, we've just got to grab a wire and run a guide wire along here. And and then we can start putting in some intermediate posts, do our stay, and strain all up. But first, father-in-law is going to borrow the sprayer, so the sprayer that I upgraded with the quick reel. So I just got to go and get some chemical out of that. Probably put it in the sprayer on the back of the bike and make sure that's all ready to go for Rio when she comes and picks it up. Oh, crikey. Right, so just finished a meeting with the Rural Support Trust. So that was pretty cool. We're going to end up hopefully having a bit of a woolshed get together here. I think the third week in May, so it'll just be no cost to anyone. Just come along, have a beer and a barbecue, have a beer and a bit of food, and just pretty much catch up with your neighbours. So I'll throw a bit of info out when it gets closer to the time for that. So this is one of the This is one of the projects that we did be a month ago now, I suppose, so I will link that up here somewhere. And yeah, we're just putting this gateway in. Was originally going to put a 14-foot gateway in here, but it's just so awkward with all the different levels and contours and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is probably make a Taranaki gate, put it in here, so that'll be in a video as well for that. But yeah, we're just got to put a waratah down here, drive it as a foot for this post because I had to hand dig all these, and finish straining off this. Yeah, and then we will. Oh, we've got that post to do that we started off this morning, and then yeah, shoot to the lease block, shift some lambs, and go up the top, check cows and whatnot. So still lots to do today, but yeah, we'll try and get a wee bit of this knocked out before lunch. So this, I bought all these strainers second hand. My dad picked them up from a second hand shop in Fielding. But this one here was a bit buggered. It was that worn that it wasn't actually grabbing onto this thinner 12.5 gauge wire. So you can buy these grabs, or the end that actually grabs onto the wire. So you can buy them as a kit. So you just punch it out, rivet there, punch the rivet out, chuck that in, and yeah, bash it back in. So now it's pretty much brand new. Right, another one all tied off. So we've got a quick knot, or speed knot, yeah, and then our post, stay, and everything else. So we'll just fill in the, get my shadow out of the way, we'll just fill in our stay hole and move on to the next one. I won't worry about this yet. Yeah, we'll go and do some of the stuff at the back of the D yard before we finish this off. So yeah, fill this in. Now it's about lunchtime. So there's one comment on one of the other fencing videos about how I get the termination knot tight. So the termination knot is a knot that you do, yeah, at the end of your strain. So say we want to tie our wire off onto this post, make a guide wire through to where the original existing fence is. So there's a few ways you can do this. Well, there's a few methods of doing this. There's a few tutorials on YouTube, but I do mine slightly different. I don't know. So I come around the post like that, and then what I do is come in, yeah, maybe a hand's length, something like that. So just give you enough room to make a handle, and then I do a kink and pull it relatively tight, not too tight, so it looks like that. And then what I do, try and get it on camera, is you bring that over there, so you put your wire through there, so now it's through the loop, and then you put that through inside loop, so it's sitting up next to the post, and then you can tighten it right up. So you tighten it up, make that quite tight, small loop, then you bring this right in, push it as far into the post as you can, and then it'll just sit there, yeah, because I've got tension on this wire here. So from then you make your handle, bring that up and over, and do your wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just twist this off just like that. So there you go, nice tight termination knot. And then what I've got to do now, slide this all the way to the bottom, because this is our guide wire and it'll stay here once we put the netting on. So another good piece of advice that you guys had, I can't remember who it was now, but was to use the impact with this auger bit to drill the stay post out instead of using your drill. So I worked out it's 11mm socket, just goes on there. This is my impact socket, so I need to go and buy another one so I can weld it on there. And yeah, it works really well. So I'll show you what happens here. We'll do it about there. Got it started. This is quite a hard post. just like that. So it works so much easier. So yeah, if you got one of these and you got one of these, put them together and they work amazing. And then you can also use this to, so 11mm is the same size as the bit that I used to drill through the post to put the gudgeons in. So you can use this as well. And then you've got a bit to wind the gudgeons in as well. So yeah, and yeah, for those who I didn't message, this I got from Gold Pine. So go to a Gold Pine shop in New Zealand and they should be able to find, at least if they don't have one in stock, already in one. But it's just a Milwaukee switchblade, it says. So right, we might start digging this hole and yeah, 2 posts to ram, tie the wire off. Yeah, good. So just up here at the hill house, had to mow the lawn, and Genna's sitting up inside there, so just got some couple of girls up here with their horses. So yeah, drove the horses up here in the floats and staying the night up here and have a couple of days of riding, so it's pretty cool for them. And yeah, if you want to look into this hill house, links in the description, listed up on Airbnb there. Beautiful day up here, cracking view. In the workshop here, just saw the mailman turn up, so Jules waiting on a new belt for this old Polaris Ranger we've got here. So yeah, that turned up, and we'll chuck this on. Hopefully it's the right size, and we'll do the job. So put that on there, put that on there. Start it up, see if it goes. Yep, starting gauges, which is good, which is all we need. So because the belt was broken and I had to drive it home, that actually wore a hole in this cover. You can see just in there, wore a wee hole in it, just like that, just on the air vent side. So just got a bit of plastic, siliconed it in there, so hose clamp and quick grip holding it on. So hopefully that'll dry overnight and we can put it all together in the morning. Yeah, right, down to the lease block. So just down here at the lease block, we're going to shift these lambs we brought down here that have chewed most of this kale out. So as you can see, a little bit of leaf left, and yeah, still lots of plantain there. So we're going to yeah, shift them across the road onto that red clover that I showed you a couple of videos back. And yeah, so these are going to get drafted up on the 18th, and then we're going to sell whatever's prime to the works, and then everything else will go store. So we'll pretty much rid all of the lambs off this place about the 18th, and then the week after that we wean our calves. So setting up for winter mode. But yeah, that in the next paddock over there, that's that good crop of kale, so well above the fence line. Just been an exceptional year for dry land down here, so yeah, pretty stoked with that. Probably hoggets are going to come onto that, but there's a fair bit of feed there, so we'll have to bring the kale cutter down and yeah, cut some lines through there. Red. Oh, go back. Go back. Go. Get up here. Just had to drive past those the other ewes we've got down here. They look pretty good, so we'll leave them another few days. But yeah, this video will probably be as close to a day in the life as I can. You know, like I struggle with the whole day in the life thing because every day, yeah, especially for me here, every day is completely different, unless we're in the winter, where yeah, it gets into some sort of routine or normality, shifting brake fences and feeding out and whatnot. So yeah, so this will, yeah, anyway, so what I've got to do now is shoot home and drop a map off to the people up in the hill house, and then we'll go and check the cows up the very top, and I'll show you the new fence line that I finished up there. So yeah, you saw me start that one. Well, yeah, show you that, and yeah, show you this cracking view. Right boys, I need you out of here. Come on boys, you can go out with the horses. So tomorrow got Scott coming to drop the rest of the Douglas fir trees, so they're just in there, and then we've got a sawmiller coming as well, so he will probably drag them out through into this paddock here, and we can mill them in here. But so I'll get these bulls out so they don't cause a bit of a nuisance. No, stay there horses. Come on buddy. Why? Why? You're just a pain in the ass. Come on boy, you can go up front paddock now. So this is a Grampians bull from yeah, Genna and I up top of the Balmoral forest near Culverton there. So he's done us quite well, he's probably got another year left. This fella. Go on. Right, we'll go and grab these two. Look at those nutters. So that fella there is a red oak bull. So he's from Wick Pass, Rick Orr, and this one, young one here, is from Timperleys. So the one, I'll link that in the video just here about that bull sale. So when we bought him, come on fella, he's grown out to be a nice young bull too. So he's the one that went across the heifers. Didn't quite get all of them, did you mate? You missed 3 and then 1 aborted. See? You only had 6 weeks to do your duty, so yeah, not too bad. Oh, why are you limping? Yep, definitely time for you to go on the truck. So these bulls generally just spend the winter in the front paddock here. We have a hay feeder in there and just keep that hay feeder topped up. So yeah, quite easy to manage. And there were your first winter here. And you, Fitty Fitty. So Hereford one there, he is from Roby Burrows out Lees Valley, but he'll be going on the truck as well. He's got a buggered knee joint or something. So right, really need the horses out of there too. Come on horses, come on. Oh, I might have to leave those horses there and come back for them later. Just spend the next 10 minutes waiting for them to come out. Oh, be quiet. What's your problem? Hey? Right, mate? What's your problem? Right, fellas. Dinner time. So this is the fence I just completed. You guys saw me start it. Yeah, so it just runs from there through the dip, got a gate down there, along over this hump, down through another dip, and then over the edge, and that's where we did all the waratah work down at the bottom. So right, we'll shoot up here and check these calves and come up with a plan of what we're going to do with them over the next 2 weeks before they get weaned. It's just gorgeous up here, it's just stunning. So these cows and calves out here are doing pretty well. They're pretty happy with them. So plenty of feed, heaps of feed. So it's just a case of trying to keep them in the right paddocks, because I've got no power out here. I still haven't fixed the fence from where they did the logging on the skid site, and that's what brings all the power up to the hill country. So I really need to get on and do that. But just trying to feed these calves as much as possible, just until it's time for weaning. So, but no, looking good. So I might leave that video there for today, and show you a bit of a view from up the top of the ridge up there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Chopping down some trees, ready for the sawmill to come in and sawmill some more logs. Right, see you later, bye. Beautiful up here.